So I've been legitimately wanting to make this video for quite a while now, but I really wanted to make it at the right time. And after I recently just watched Spider-Man 3 again for the 979th millionth time last night, I feel like it is absolutely time to talk about this because as a massive Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan who lives and breathes those movies, I think hearing the most recent report that a Spider-Man 4 is closer now than ever to ever being made is a really, really crazy thing that just fills me up with so much optimism because there is a report right now. And some of you guys may have seen this, but I absolutely wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on it because not only am I a massive Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan and just Spider-Man fan in general, but I also love the Batman, and that is my all-time favorite Batman movie. And yeah, I regularly watch that thing. But some of you guys might be like, why are you talking about Batman now? And that is because the Batman co-writer, Mattson Tomlin, on if he'll be making a Spider-Man 4 with Sam Raimi. He has gone on to say, I haven't gotten a no yet. There won't be anything to say about that for a long time, if ever, because it involves a lot of people and politics and things going right that have nothing to do with me. And this is of course following the headline that it has been revealed that of course Mattson Tomlin has officially penned a script for Spider-Man 4. He has showed it to Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi was reportedly even happy with it. And he's actually gone up to Sony and showed them as well and didn't get a no, which is massive because for a million years now, we've been hearing that Sam Raimi's always been open to the idea of doing a Spider-Man 4. Sony have just never come up to him and they've never really cared. Now, the thing is that clearly right now, Mattson Tomlin is one of the best superhero script writers in the world. Not only did he write the majority of, I believe, the ending of The Batman, I think he was actually uncredited for it, which was a massive thing, but he is writing The Batman Part 2 and has written it with Matt Reeves, which has been said by the cast of the movie to be almost, if not better than what the first one, of course, was, with it being said that it's mind-blown a couple of the cast. You know, Colin Farrell even spoke really highly on the Batman Part 2 script, saying it takes us into some uncharted waters. So clearly he is one of the most, I think, desired probably superhero writers in the world right now. And he's probably been approached by 100 million different, companies to, of course, write movies, to write superhero films following the success of the Batman. But clearly he has his mindset on two things and two things only, it looks like, and that's continuing to help Matt Reeves with these Batman films, but also making a Spider-Man film, which he has said in interviews as well. It is his dream. He most relates to this story of Tobey Maguire being an older Spider-Man and being a father. These movies were obviously his favorite growing up, and this is the movie that he wants to write. And I sit here right now, who has always been optimistic for a Spider-Man 4, but kind of always knew it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. But I sit here right now thinking that this is the time now where it absolutely makes sense for us to have a Spider-Man 4. And it's not like people are dumb. I think Sony for the long time, and just movie companies in general, would have, and for good reason, probably have thought, having two Spider-Man, having two characters of any at once just doesn't work. It would be impossible. It would confuse the average audience member too much. And even though I think that is technically true, like for a lot of characters, having two characters at the same time will confuse audience members. I mean, just look at The Flash. That was a massive confusion fest in itself. But Spider-Man No Way Home really did prove that the average audience member, even the lower average audience member who doesn't even really know anything about Spider-Man, knows there are multiple Spider-Man. Everyone in the world now knows there are multiple Spider-Man, and that these Spider-Man exist at the same time. Not only do we have Tom Holland Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield featured with big, massive roles in that film that made $2 billion and has been seen by a ton of the world. Not only do we have that, but we've got Marvel Spider-Man from the video games, which a ton of people know. We've got the animated Spider-Man of Miles Morales, which has featured all these characters in some capacity as well. As just saying, the average audience member is not dumb and knows there are multiple Spider-Man now, meaning that we could and we should be getting more than just Spider-Man Brand New Day. Meaning that we have an opportunity right now to have a Spider-Man 4. And ever since No Way Home, I have been scratching my head on why Sony hasn't pulled the trigger to want to do more Spider-Man stuff, considering they know it's not going to overflow what is going on right now. And they know that there is such a demand for Spider-Man. There always will be a demand for Spider-Man. Why are they not making more projects here? It's not like Sony didn't push to make a bunch of shitty spin-off movies that no one watched in the first place, and then they still made No Way Home and it made a couple billion. All those other crappy movies didn't even go near hurting the Spider-Man brand, which just shows that if you actually did this shit properly and had multiple Spider-Man, we could make it work. So, I think it's the idea. Let's do a Spider-Man 4 as well as Brand New Day. Audience members won't be confused. It is very obvious. Or, if you really want to do something kick-ass, you could almost have a Spider-Man multiversal TV show of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield doing their thing. And it's like, it doesn't even matter what the budget is, because you know that shit's going to be good. You could have the budget be $300 million and you know you're still going to make billions from that. It's just the way it is. It's Spider-Man. Everyone loves Tobey Maguire. A lot of people have warmed up to Andrew Garfield. You could do that thing and be a massive success. And it seems like we're getting more stuff now, though. There is another report here saying that Tobey Maguire is rumored to be in Spider-Man, as Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday. According to Daniel RPK, Tobey Maguire is rumored to return as Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday. This is another report that we've been hearing a lot, that Tobey Maguire actually might be the main Spider-Man of Doomsday, especially considering no one remembers who Tom Holland is. His movie is happening right now. It does actually make a lot of sense for us to have a different Spider-Man in this film that is supposed to be multiversal. And considering we're already getting X-Men and the Wolverine in it, and we're also getting, we're getting others like the Fantastic Four and all these other multiversal projects, I think people still want to see Spider-Man. So why not give us the most popular Spider-Man of all time? The best Spider-Man of all time? Why not give us Tobey Maguire and have him in this Avengers Doomsday as a big role? The only issue is I feel like he's the only character you can't kill. I just think killing Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man would ruin everything. It would absolutely destroy everything. I don't think Sony would ever allow Marvel to hopefully do that, because I think deep down inside, they always want the option to have Spider-Man 4 there. They always want the option to do more stuff with him. I mean, if people like Matts and Tomlin are coming out and writing apparently really good scripts, I think we know one day, especially considering Tobey Maguire is only 50 years old, that we should be getting a Spider-Man 4. It just should be happening. I can't stress and understand more why we're not and why it wouldn't officially happen. So I'm very hopeful that we do get a Spider-Man 4. I'm very hopeful as well that Tobey Maguire is the main Spider-Man of Doomsday. I think it would make a lot of sense to have Tom Holland do his thing in Brand New Day, and of course that events happen and then Doomsday happens and you have Tobey Maguire as the main Spider-Man. And then I think it'd be really cool for Secret Wars if obviously Tom Holland does get the symbiote. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's there and he's like, hey, I've done this before, I've witnessed this before. He tries to get up the suit off Tom Holland. Maybe Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Tobey's Spider-Man have a massive fight. Tom Holland's Spider-Man will probably win because he's got the symbiote suit, but it would make for a really cracking fight. that's the type of shit that I want to see in the future, and it's the type of shit I think could very well happen, and why I doubt, and I pray they never kill off Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, because there's hundreds of stories we could still get. A Tobey Maguire in Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, one in Spider-Man 4, one in future other Spider-Man movies. There's so much room to explore with Tobey Maguire's character still in 2025. Of course, I'd very much love to hear all your thoughts and opinions on this down below. You know, do you guys think Tobey Maguire should be getting a Spider-Man 4? What do you guys think about him maybe appearing in Doomsday? I'd very much like to know. But if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like on this video to let me know you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel for all the latest, you know, gaming, movie content, all of the above. Subscribe to my sports channel and give my Instagram a follow if you haven't already. Link down below. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.